Hello, folks, and welcome back. All right, I am excited today because one, I have some time. Two, I have been looking to bring this video to those of y'all who play older classic games and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get the main intro off, and let's go ahead and get the desktop up and going. So there's a few things that you're going to need. One, you're going to need Command & Conquer: The Ultimate Collection. Okay, because we are going to learn how to actually mod Command & Conquer Generals, maybe some Command & Conquer Generals 0 Hour. It's an oldie but goldie. It says this is grayed out. I got mine through Steam and all that stuff, and I'll show you. Here it is right here. Command & Conquer Generals, okay? So let's go ahead and browse local files, okay? And if you notice, these files right here, these are .big or .big files, okay? If you notice, there's a little icon right here, okay? You need that program in order to mod the game. So let's go on over here, and I have created the link to get this program. The program is called File Big Editor, or also known as Final Big. But it's a little program that these lovely people over here on Mod DB or Mod Database has made for us and all that. It's been out for some time. This was added November 25th, 2010, folks. Yes, 2010. So that's how old this game is. Okay? Excuse me. So go over there and pick up that game and all that stuff. Go over here, pick up this file, install it, whatever. Do your thing. And then you want to go ahead and let's go ahead and load up Command & Conquer Generals. Now, when you install it, it'll ask, do you want to launch World Builder or Command & Conquer Generals? Okay. We're going to go ahead and launch Command & Conquer Generals right here. Okay. Right there. Now, if you want to load and mod 0 Hour, stick around, catch the next stream, because that's a little bit different than Generals. The files are located in a little bit different place and all that stuff. So let's see. Can we go ahead? Yes, there we go. All right, we're going to go in here, and we are going to I think I have a mod on here. Let's go into options. Let's turn this music down. Okay, like off down. Let's go ahead and turn everything down, because we're not here for all that. Okay. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go into solo skirmish. I think your icons and stuff will be over here to select and all that. We are going to close this one, and we're going to leave that there because we want to look at some things. Okay, real quick, we want to see, what do we want to mod, what do we want to do. Okay, so let's go in here and let's see. That is, obviously, you can tell I modded it because that's $80. Normally it's $800, but if you look, it's itty bitty 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 right there. You see how small that is? See how much of a footprint it takes? So those of y'all that want to make things a little bit smaller, come on, you can do it. Build it. All right. That right there is still 1,000. Normally that power plant is 800. Okay, but obviously you can see where Chief modded it to where it's 80. Get a sip of that coffee. Oh yeah. All right, let's see here. Normally you can't. Oh, yep. Normally you can't build that until you have, I think, that or that. I don't remember, but it don't matter. Because I'll show you how to do all that stuff. All right, let's go ahead and build that. Notice these here are a little bit smaller too. Just saying. So let's go ahead and just throw one of those down there right quick and all that stuff. Let's go ahead and throw us a little barracks. Okay. We're just doing this to see what our things look like. Okay. Let's go ahead and give that a nice, good little upgrade. There we go. All right, now here's some units. My Rangers are 225. My missile defenders are 300. Colonel Burton is 1500. The sniper is 600. However, the sniper, in order for you to get him, you have to have a rank. Okay, so we're going to see about changing that. Okay, there is a mod I installed on here, but with that being said, we're going to go ahead and exit. I've got to go and find that mod and actually uninstall it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to do one thing real quick. I am going to uninstall the game. Okay. Then I'm going to go back to the file because I'm going to give it a fresh copy. Of the thing. Well, let's go ahead and let's see. Yep, we're gonna put it on this one. Okay, and what we're gonna do, it's gonna download, but what I'm gonna do, actually, I didn't realize that I had the folder up already. Let's go ahead and delete all this stuff. Okay. Let's go ahead and uninstall it. Okay, now let's go ahead and install it again. Okay. Now it's going to add everything back to this folder that I just deleted, but preferably a fresh copy of that. Okay. All right, so while that's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and go up here. Let's see, go to Command & Conquer 0 Hour and show you the folder. Let's see. Let's go ahead and double click on that because we have it associated with Final Big. You see right here it says Final Big. So we're going to move this kind of over here to where we can kind of see our download and all that stuff. Okay. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I'm just kind of moving some things around the way you can get a better picture. I don't think that I can zoom in. No, I can't zoom in. All right. Now this file, it's all of the files that the game needs compressed into one file, and that one file is .big, B-I-G. It's got all your animations, pictures, icons, everything that has to do with the game and stuff like that. There's the map images. These are objects in the game. This is what tells the game, all right, this object does this, that, or whatever, and all that stuff. Okay. This is the size of the file, if I'm not mistaken, the individual files. So they stick it all up to one compressed big file, hence big file. Okay. Excuse me. Now, if you want to modify something like units and stuff like that, you would need to look for let's see here. It's been a minute. Let's see, faction building, American infantry. Well, this will apply for 0 Hour because remember, I'm just kind of showing you the program and stuff like that. So let's see. Now, what I done is I just clicked anywhere over here, and then I hit enter to change something. It says, "Whoa, wait a minute, you done something." Let's go into admin mode so you can actually update. It's kind of a way of a little bit of protection and stuff like that. Now, Um, we are going to look for our American infantry. Okay. I'm on Control C, Control F, and then I'm going to find American infantry, and it's going to find everything that I have American infantry in front of. Okay. Now, here we go. What I did is I just clicked Control F, clicked OK to find. Now, here's our American Ranger. Remember, he was $225. Well, in 0 hour, he's still $225. Okay. We're going to scroll down all this good stuff right here because we have no way of closing the brackets or anything like that. So with that being said, we have to just kind of scroll down here manually and look through some stuff. All right, now we come to this little tab right here. It says Design Parameters, Object, Ranger, Side, American, Editor Sorting, Infantry, Transport Slot Count. This is how many slots are in an actual transport. If you don't want to be able to transport infantry, then you would put a 0 there. Okay. So let's go down here and look and see. All right. Now, a few things we noticed. We got a weapon set. Here's where we can change our weapons if we wanted to. Okay. If we wanted to. Do we want to do that? Probably not. At least not in this video. Okay. But what we want to do is we want to look for build cost, which is $225. Okay. We can change that to whatever number we want. And when Command & Conquer gets started back up again, I'm going to change that over there in that one. But I'm just kind of showing you the process of how to change it and stuff like that. Let me get a sip of this coffee, folks. That's good stuff. All right, let's see. Let me see if it will let me zoom in. Oh, yes, it will let me zoom in over here on this side. This side, no. This side, yes. All right, beautiful. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here. We're going to go ahead and close this out because it's almost time for us to, do we want to save changes? No. We want to go here, Command & Conquer Generals. Yes, here we go. See, it's doing that now. It's almost finished. Okay, see, it's almost finished installed. That is the folder right there. Most of y'all that play on Steam, you know how to find your installation location and all that, which we're going to show you. All right, there we go. Download complete. It is finishing up now. Okay, so now let's go ahead and manage browse local files, which brings up this folder, which is the same folder that we just had over here. We're just going to go ahead, bam. All right, now we want to go ahead and while we have this folder up, we want to go ahead and left click, start the game. We want to left click on Command & Conquer Generals. Okay. I think my video settings was 1440 or something like that. We'll find out here in just a second what they are. All right. See, this is what your game should look like now. All right, let's go back over here. 1400 by 1050. And that is because we don't have 920 by 1080. See, I'll show you. If I do that, then you see how it changes and it does that. So what we have to do is we have to kind of keep scrolling through here. 1600 by 1200. Okay, that's not quite what we're looking for. Let's go ahead and go down one more, 1440 by 1080. I think that's what we're looking for right there. Nope, that is not the one we're looking for. Let's go ahead and, there we go, 1400 by 1050. That's the one we're looking for right there. All right, there you go. See how it's full screen now? We got all the music stuff turned off. Let's go ahead and turn some sound effects down again. Voice volume, let's go ahead and turn that down too. All right, so let's go ahead and, now that we have a fresh, clean install, let's go ahead and go back to skirmish. That's still the same players. None of that matters right now. We're just going to go in and see if there's any changes done to any of our stuff. Yeah. All right. Notice that's back to 800. See how the size of that is again? All right. Well, I'm going to show you how to make that smaller, more compact, and cheaper. So let's, without further ado, because we've played around long enough and all that, let's learn how to do that. So let's go ahead and exit this. Okay, main menu. And you're going to be loading your game up and exiting out of your game many times, folks. It's just part of modding and things like that, okay? All right, so let's go back over here to our folder. I think it's English Big. No, it is not English Big. It is, give me just a second. I'll find it. Let's see. Patch. What does patch have in it? Okay, nope, that's textures. Let's see, because they did some patches on this game also. I think it's ini file dot big. I think that's the one we're looking for. Yep, that's gonna be the one we're looking for. Now, ironically, ini are actually, it's its own file. This file right here, it's actually its own file, guys. So with that being said, you know, it is actually an ini file. I forget what ini stands for, but it actually it's its own file format itself, but they've compressed it into a .big file. It's kind of one of those things. All right, so let's go ahead and maximize our screen. Let's kind of move this over a little bit like that. That way we can see what we're doing. All right, so now one thing that we want to do, we just loaded the game up, so we want to focus on our power plant. That's what we're looking for. So what is that? That is a building of some sort, correct? All right, so now we're going to look through here and we're going to find something that has to do with buildings. Okay, which would be probably object faction building ini file. Okay, so now let's go ahead and open that up and see what we have. And right off the bat, we can see that we have a GLA hole. That is Global Liberation Army. It's one of them underground holes that if you've ever played Command & Conquer, they pop up out of the middle of nowhere and surprise you. So what we're going to do is we are going to Control F. And remember in our last one, we're going to find anything that has to do with America. Okay, there's the American Command Center right there. Okay. So let's go ahead and Control F and find something else that has America. All right, this is the Command Center. Control F. All right, that's the American Command Center still. Okay. Let's see, display name, American Command Center. Let's continue on. All right, let's see here. This is going to be the radar that's attached to the American. Yep. See, we're still in the American Command Center. Okay. All right, here we go. America Power Plant. That's what we're wanting to look for right there. Okay, guys? Now, I'm going to show you a few things. One is a special little line of code that I have not been able to find this line of code, but it does work. Okay? So let's kind of scroll down here until we're looking for what our design parameters, I believe is what we said. Okay, I can go ahead and zoom that in for you too. That way you can see, that way it's not too terribly small for you. Let's see here. Gosh, it's been a long time since I've actually modded this game up till here recently because I wanted to bring you, the viewer. All right, so here we go. This is what we're looking for, our design parameters. Okay, so it is $800 to build it, which y'all saw just a minute ago. Let's go ahead and select that. This will activate edit menu. Yes, we want to do that. We want to go ahead and make that $8. Then we want to go ahead and make that energy production. Let's change that energy production. Let's kick it up a nickel. 1, 2. Okay, that's 2 nickels. Energy bonus. Let's just go ahead and do that too. Shroud clearing. We don't really care about any of that stuff. All right, but what we do care is about the health, and that will be under the engineering parameters on pretty much everything in the game is pretty much your health and stuff. So you have 2 settings. You have max health and then you have initial health. Well, initial health is give me a second. Let me find the correct key. Is it that one? There we go. Is the health this object starts off with after creation. Okay? That's what that one is. All right? Now, this one is the health of the created object. Okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to actually just, it's going to have a max health of $8,000, and it's going to go ahead and start off at full health. So if those 2 numbers match, then it's going to actually, when it's created, it's going to start off at full health, okay? Now, here's the tricky part right here, guys. Right here. Okay, we're going to hit enter, space, scale. Okay. Equals 1.0. That is the normal size. Everything is 1.0. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go with 0.7. Okay. Try radius. All right. We are going to bring that down to, we're going to divide that completely in half. Okay. And you'll see why here in just a second. What is that? 23. Okay. Now, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and save this file. All right, it's going to go all the way back up here to the beginning. Every time you save it, it's going to go all the way back up there to the beginning, so you got to scroll all the way back down here, okay? That's just the way the program is. All right, so now we're going to go back over here. We're going to go ahead and load up Command & Conquer again. Let's turn the volume down just a cheeky little bit. Let me go ahead and get a sip of that coffee. That is some good coffee, folks. I mean, that is some outstandingly good coffee. I'm loving it. All right. Let's go ahead and get this show on the road. All right. Let's go ahead and go to solo play. Skirmish. We're just testing these things out. Now, understand, any changes you make, not only does it affect single-player games, but it also affects skirmish games and stuff like that. However, if you want to try to Um, if you want to try to make a co-op session with one of your buddies, they will need a copy of your file that you've edited, and they need to overwrite their file with that. All right, you notice how that is actually a little bit smaller. Okay, it's now $8. See how now it's a lot smaller. So now we know what we're doing. Okay. And now we're going to change some more stuff on that specific building. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and Control F, and then America, I think Power would find it for us. Yes, here we go. American Power. Okay. So now we're going to go, I think I can push page down, page up. Nope. So it's good old fashioned scroll, guys. Let me go ahead and zoom in for y'all. Okay, we're going to work on the size a little bit more, because we want to make that kind of like a legitimate power generator. Let me kind of zoom out a little bit. That way we can go a little bit faster on our scrolling, and I don't give y'all seizures or anything. All right, let's see. It's just a little bit further down. All right, see, here's our energy production and all that stuff, energy bonus, all that good stuff, our health. Let's go back down here to our scale, which is right here. Let's go ahead and make that a 4, and then half of 23, that half of 22 would be 11. So let's go ahead and make that 11. And then 15 would be, what is that? Say 14, or half of 16 would be 8. So let's go ahead and make that 8. And then half of 11 would be, let's go ahead and make that 6. Okay. Now, let's see. Will Control S save it? Yes. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and load our game back up. I'm going to go ahead and close Steam out. Well, it's not closed out. It's over here in my bottom right-hand corner, and let's go ahead and load it up that way. Look how sexy that is. It's short, sweet, simple. Sip of coffee. Mmm. All right. Let's see. Let's go ahead and play a solo game again. Skirmish. All right. Let's change our color to purple. Yeah. All right. Let's see how big this bad boy is. It's still $8. Oh, look how cute that little thing is. Oh, ain't it just so cute? All right. Let's shift and build that bad boy. See, now that's more, to me, realistic-y size-wise. I mean, we could probably, it looks like basically a little diesel generator, but we can bring it back up a size larger. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's bring the size up a little bit bigger. Mm-hmm. Now, you always got to exit. Okay. All right. America Power. All right, there we go. Let's go on down here to the size again. And once you get to playing around in these files, then you'll kind of get an idea of what sections to skip through to go to where you're wanting to go. It just takes a little bit of practice, guys, a little bit of experience. That's all it is. Once you familiarize yourself with all the files, all this other stuff, we don't need to worry about any of that stuff. We are not completely rewriting the whole game or anything like that. Okay. All right, so we started out with 7. Let's go to 5, 5. We're going to leave all that the same, okay? Control S. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and load it back up once it saves. It don't take much to save it, guys. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and jump back into Skirmish. Skirmish is just faster than loading up a single player game, but all these changes affect the game throughout its entirety. So, don't play against America if you've modded America. See, now it's a little bit bigger. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do a little size comparison right quick. We're going to have to build a little bit of stuff. All right, there's a barracks right there. Let's go ahead and have these guys build this bad boy over here. Okay, we're just going to get some size comparisons. Okay. All right, this bad boy right here will actually put them right there. So let's go ahead and build us an infantry. Notice our ranger is still $225. I'm going to show you how to change that as well. Okay.
What's the mission, sir?
All right. Now you see how that's pretty good little size.
Special forces here.
And it's like he can just walk over there and pull the cord or push the button to start the generator. It's kind of like a little realistic or whatever. So yeah, that looks pretty good, And then, see, I think at one time you could,
good area.
no, you can't. You can just build it one at a time. No worries. But, it gives you some realism and stuff like that on actual size. Now you can do that with anything in the game. Just remember that one little code that I showed you. Scale, space all the way over. Make sure that the equal sign matches space, so forth. Okay? Now that we learned how to change a building, you can just type in America and then just go down the list. America Command Center, American Barracks, American Weapon, War Factory, whatever, and you just continue going down that. Now let's look at how would we change a unit in the game. That's a very good question. I've got to look over here and remember how to do it. All right, here we go. It's right up under here, faction prop. The buildings is in faction building, and then faction unit right here. That's American Parachute. We don't really care about that. We want to type in America. Okay, we want to find, and we want to keep finding until we find the America Ranger. I think it's America Ranger. It may be American Ranger. Like, here's America Infantry Colonel Burton. Now, here's where some things are interesting, because what we can do is while we're here, we can go on down here. All right. Let's see. What is the preconditions? Prerequisites. We can object those out. Up until now, you couldn't have him until you had the American Strategy Center. Well, we're going to comment that out. That's what that little sign right there is, guys. Here, let me zoom in for you. Where is it at? Where is it at? Well, I zoomed in and changed my perspective. All right, see that little comment right there? That's all that is that basically says, okay, as long as you have an American barracks, you can build this guy. All right, let's see. How much does he cost? Vision range. Here we go. Build cost. Let's make him, because he is a special unit, let's go ahead and make him 10 seconds, okay? Now, we can actually just scroll on down, because I'm thinking that the American, okay, that's America Humvee right there. We can do the same thing with that, but we want to find our American infantry, which is the Ranger. Okay. There's the Humvee right there. That's the Humvee's battle drone. That's the Humvee's scout drone. That's the tow missile. See, there's the American Humvee. There's the War Factory. So if we wanted to do the War Factory, all we'd have to do is just copy that and it'd take us straight to the War Factory. But we're looking, let me see something. Let me see. Maybe it's Ranger. There we go. Sure is. Look at there. All right, so here's our American Ranger right here. Our American Infantry Ranger. That's what his name is. All right, let's go down here. Remember I told you, once you get used to it, you'll kind of get an idea of pattern. So let's go ahead and make him, not that we're making him cheap, we're going to make him $5, and we're going to make him cost 1 second to build. Actually, you know what? Let's do 2 seconds. And then we're going to go down here, and then we're going to remember our scale. Okay, and then we're going to go to 0.6. Okay. Now, keep in mind, we're going to go ahead and copy this. There we go. We're going to go ahead and copy it and keep it in our clipboard. Because remember, when we save it, it's going to do weird things. All right, so let's go ahead and make that a 5. Let's make that a 5 also. Let's make that a 9. Okay, now make sure that there's a complete number like 0.6 or 1.6 or whatever, okay? So we're going to go ahead and save this. We're going to go ahead and Control F, and we're going to go ahead and V to get back down here to our infantry unit scale and all that stuff. Okay, scroll on down here to the geometry of it right there. Okay, sorry if I'm giving some of y'all whiplash. I apologize. All right, let's see. Now we're going to go ahead, since we saved it, let's go ahead and bring it back up again. And we should notice that our Colonel Burton is now available to build without a strategy center. He should be $150 to build. Okay. And then we should notice that our infantry is cheaper to build and it's going to be smaller than infantry. And what we're going to do is we're going to compare them to both Colonel Burton and the regular infantry and the missile defender. So we're going to build one of each of those three. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this built right here. Let's go ahead and get him building one of those. Kind of give us a little head start on things. That way we can multitask. That way, there we go. We'll go ahead and have him build a nice little power. Nope, that is not a power plant. There you go. Come on. Build us a power plant. All right, you can go ahead and build us. Well, you can't build a power plant or one of these until you build a power plant. All right, so let's go ahead and get our infantry. All right, see how little bitty cute he is? I know, it's crazy. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and build us a supply depot. All right, now let's go ahead and build us a missile defender.
Got my missile launcher right here. I'll fire at anything. All finished. Special forces here.
I know, how cute is that? That is just crazy. All right, now we can build us a Colonel Burton. Okay.
Ready for action. Take a new position.
All right, now this is how you would change
Rally point confirmed.
perspectives. Okay.
Always prepared.
Let's see. Here, you go right there.
Let's pop
You go right there.
deadly efficient.
All right, so obviously our little infantry guys, T90, 90, 90, 90, 90, little bitty thing. So what we can do is we can go ahead and raise the size up. Remember, scale 1.1 is the normal size for any of them, okay? So that's how that works, guys. So before we end the stream, let's go ahead and change our infantry guy around. Make him a little bit bigger because he's just T90 cute, looks like a little midget. No offense to midgets or anything. All right, so he is a 6. Let's make him a 8. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and save that. And then we're going to go ahead and load up it again. And then we'll show how different size he actually is. I know he's a cute little feller. I know, it's crazy. But yeah, you can have a lot of fun with just editing and changing the size of the units and things like that, you know. I'm not going to get into tutorials on how to really deeply mod the game or anything like that because there's a lot of other programs that you would need. But if you want to just tinker around with just regular vanilla stuff and make your game a little bit spicier, then certainly this video is definitely for you folks because it kind of gives you an idea. And as always, guys, if you have a question, shoot me up in the comment fields or join the Discord. I did save the link to the Final Big program that you will need in order to modify these big files and stuff like that. I'm sure you can use other programs out there, but if you want it simple and easy, then that's the file for you. Let's go ahead and build us a little generator too. Get over there. All right, let's go ahead and build our little baby person. Go ahead and get him built. All right, let's go ahead and build our kernel. Okay, and we'll give another size comparison. All right, and then let's build us another missile defender. Now, keep in mind the missile defenders in Colonel Burton, they're vanilla size. Okay. All right, now let's go ahead and take it a step forward. Let's go ahead and build a war factory, and we'll go ahead and build a Humvee. Okay, and put a size comparison to the Humvee before we end this stream. How's that sound? Sound like a good idea, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. All right, let's see.
Any more projects?
Nope. I went to click another button. All right, let's go ahead and build our little doodaddy right here. I thought I was clicking on one of these things down here, and I ended up clicking down here on that. All right, we are going to bring us a Humvee out. But yeah, if you want to make things more realistic for you, then this is how you would do it. And you can change the scale and kind of get an idea of how to do what and stuff like that. Excuse me. All right. Now, if you look, this guy, he's pretty close to actual size to the Humvee. See what I'm saying? And if you look at him, let's go ahead and park him over there. You see how he doesn't quite match the scale of the door of the Humvee? See where I'm going with this, guys? So if you want to, play with it and tinker with it and all that stuff, then definitely, have fun and enjoy and all that stuff, folks. But I'm going to end this stream here because I do have some stuff that I got to do and all that. But as always, guys, happy gaming, and I hope you liked what you saw. And until next time,